Hello! Well, this thing is ostensibly finished. Works okay. The shorting problems have gone, but it's really microphonic. Even though I've insulated the pickup and lowered it and everything, there's no way you can overdrive this. Listen. You know, unless you're Ben Burt, this thing is completely useless. I think obviously what was going on there was that the lid itself was becoming magnetized, and the whole tin then was part of the pickup, so it was picking up the sound from everywhere. I'm sure seasoned guitar builders could have told me that in the first place. I think I sort of did realise that, but just hoped that it would sound good. But it didn't. It sounded horrible. So it's with a heavy heart that I have decided to cut a hole in the top of this lovely Millennium Falcon design and mounting a pickup normally. It's a shame, but I'd rather it sound nice than it be completely unaffected on the top, which I think is the philosophy. I think it should be wise to go with. At the very least though, I'm going to swap the single coil for a silver humbucker, chrome humbucker. So, and then putting it upright this way so that it kind of sits on this rectangle design here. So hopefully it shouldn't ruin it too much. I know that it works because I've got a pickup mounted this way around in another guitar, so I'm not worried about that aspect. So next thing to do is to take it all apart again and cut it to pieces. Well, tidy up first and then do that. What I usually, when I mount a pickup onto these tin lids, I put the pickup ring on, I glue some wood onto the back for it to screw into, then put it on and then work out exactly where I need to cut the hole. What I normally do is cut an X and then fold them all in and then trim it down. But with this one, I'm going to try and cut it out and save this piece of design, because I'm toying with the idea of using this black pickup cover over the top, so that then that will sit on there like so. And then if I can save this design, I could then glue that on the top. Maybe that will be a way of making it look a little bit more interesting than just having the humbucker. But even if it looks naff, then that'll look cool. And both of these fit in the same pickup ring, so I can do the first step without worrying about it. Next thing to do, I've already done the first thing. Remove the pickup from in here. I didn't wear this Star Wars t-shirt specially, by the way. I've had this t-shirt for about 20 years, and it's now become like a decorating gardening t-shirt, and it just coincidentally happened to be the next one in the drawer. I almost put a different one on, so I didn't look like I was wearing it intentionally, but I thought, never mind. Got the thing out of the tin. These two little side bits are going to come off. Cool. Right, so now we're back to having a stick. I think what I might do though is work out where the humbucker needs to go, because it's probably going to come into this cavity anyway, so I might as well use this to my advantage and cut out the rest of the cavity and then just fill it up to where I need it, rather than completely coming back to having a virgin stick. So there you can see where the pickup's going to go. Okay, so I've got my pickup ring on there. It's not actually mounted on properly yet. The screws are just poking through the back. But this will tell me where I need to glue my wood backing to go on here so that they've got something to go into. But it's nicely centered. It works out all right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to lose this limited edition sticker. Dear oh dear. I wonder if I can put it somewhere else. There we go. I've reapplied it here. So if someone takes this apart, they'll still know they had a limited edition tin. Well, I got my pickup hole. It goes in there quite nicely. See, this is where I'm going to need to cut. Right here. So it's a good job I didn't fill this cavity up, because I need to get rid of most of it again anyway. But I might put something in the bottom just to leave it, give it some more stability underneath, because I don't need this full depth for the humbucker. This one is actually number 13, so make of that what you will. So there's my cavity all bored out. So those holes will give the screw a little bit of a clearance to go down. That might work. I think this is part of what I used on the sides originally. I think this is the remaining piece. So that's rather poetic, isn't it? In there. I don't want to have it too tight because it will force it to sort of bow out this way. So this can't be too tight. Or it can be too tight. It mustn't be too tight. That's the phrase. That can go in there. It's not perfect, but it's just to add structural integrity. Okay, now my patch has dried in there. Now the time has come to influshing it to the surface. Well, there it is, all finished with a coat of paint and the label drying on there. You can still see the scar, but it looks alright, I think. Well, that's it for part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. A bit more rambling than usual, but there was some sped up footage in there to keep you entertained. And the blues noodling was recorded on the finished guitar as well. Thanks to everyone for watching and liking and subscribing and all that. Stay alert for the nail-biting series finale. Cheers!